And a new twist in a high-profile lawsuit accuses rapper Jay-Z of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The lawsuit, originally filed in October, was refiled today to include Jay-Z as a defendant. The anonymous accuser claims it occurred at an MTV Video Music Awards after party. Jay-Z has denied the allegations in a statement on Roc Nation's Instagram, calling the accusations heinous and urging a criminal complaint be filed instead of a civil one. He also criticized the attorney behind the lawsuit, Tony Busby, accusing him of exploiting the case for personal gain.
Jay-Z has recently been accused of serious misconduct involving a 13-year-old minor back in 2000, with Sean Diddy Combs also allegedly implicated. Reports suggest that Jay-Z is now taking legal action against the lawyer bringing these allegations forward. Meanwhile, individuals connected to Diddy are facing increased scrutiny, and it seems Diddy may be cooperating with authorities by revealing information about others involved in an effort to receive a reduced sentence. This unfolding controversy has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry.
Rap and media mogul Jay-Z now accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Diddy as the defendant, but it was just refiled today to include Jay-Z now, whose real name is Sean Carter. Of course, he's the husband of Beyonce. The anonymous accuser alleged it occurred after she was driven to an after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards. The suit says she was offered a drink that made her feel, quote, woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. Shortly after, the suit claims Jay-Z and Diddy entered the room where she was resting, eventually assaulting her. And now, just in the last hour, we are hearing from Jay-Z and his team of lawyers. They're denying the claim and say that they are the victims of blackmail, saying, quote, I will not give you one red penny, and my only heartbreak is for my family.
Diddy's bail was denied for the third time last week, with prosecutors making it clear that cooperation was his only chance of securing release. Now, it seems Diddy has provided information, leading to a new lawsuit naming Jay-Z as the defendant. The lawsuit alleges that Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs were involved in a serious incident with a 13-year-old girl in 2000 at an MTV Video Music Awards after-party. The girl, referred to as Jane Doe in the legal documents, claims to have evidence of the encounter and is prepared to testify in court.
Do you believe that we may see Jay-Z face a judge? And if so, when would we see him in court? Any indication there yet?
Well, we're definitely going to see him, I believe, on this suit. There are so many details. You know, they describe a house, a driveway, another woman being there. They discuss about a driver taking her. So she's locked into this story now, and that means there could be additional witnesses to corroborate her story or refute the story.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned the specificity of the details really stand out to you in this filing. Do you find it strange that the filing originally did not include Jay-Z, just Diddy, and now Jay-Z is suddenly added today? I mean, does that make Jay-Z's addition in any way less credible, or is this not in fact so unusual?
The lawsuit includes detailed information that could only have been described by someone who was present with Jay-Z, adding to the gravity of the allegations. In response, Jay-Z has released a lengthy statement vehemently denying any involvement. The statement, issued just hours ago, emphasizes his stance against such crimes, stating, whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree these alleged victims deserve real justice? This statement underscores his insistence on his innocence while supporting accountability for anyone guilty of such actions. Interestingly, the details of this case align closely with what Jaguar Wright and other accusers have been claiming for years. Back in October, Jaguar Wright appeared on Piers Morgan and alleged that Jay-Z, along with Diddy, had been involved in misconduct against minors. At the time, her claims were dismissed, and Jay-Z even sent her a cease and desist order to silence her. Now, with a lawsuit filed and alleged victims coming forward, those earlier accusations are being revisited as the same individuals who reportedly faced pressure to stay silent are now rising up to seek justice.
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
Women I was with, I love things about them, you know what I'm saying, but I never been in love with it. They say love is forever, and I never felt that forever type of thing, you know what I mean?
Emile Whitehead, once known as the First Lady of Rockefeller Records, is reportedly opening up about challenging experiences in the music industry, including shocking allegations involving Jay-Z. Emile claims that during her time with Rockefeller, she faced pressure to participate in compromising situations but chose to walk away instead. Her career was on the rise in the late 1990s, especially after collaborations like Can I Get A? With Jay-Z and I Got That with Beyoncé. However, after releasing her debut album, she abruptly left the spotlight. According to sources and her hints in interviews, Emile suggests she was marginalized after rejecting advances and declining involvement in private gatherings that conflicted with her values. Interestingly, she's not the only one to share such experiences. Another artist, Maya, who collaborated with Jay-Z on Best of Me, also reportedly faced setbacks for maintaining her integrity over fame. Both artists' experiences have sparked discussions on the pressures faced by women in the music industry and the choices they make between personal principles and industry success.
There are horrible things that happen every day.
The circumstances surrounding her sudden disappearance from the spotlight have fueled ongoing speculation, and her statements hint at the pressures young female artists often face. Her story mirrors that of other artists, like Maya, who also claim they were sidelined after standing firm on their values. These revelations are sparking a broader conversation about the challenges within the industry and the difficult decisions faced by artists who prioritize integrity over fame. Emile Whitehead, one of the original female artists signed to Rockefeller Records, gained prominence in the late 90s through collaborations with Jay-Z and Ja Rule, especially on the 1998 hit Can I Get A? Born on September 19, 1973 in New York, Emile has a diverse background with Black, Cherokee, and European heritage. Her early life was marked by hardship. Both her parents abandoned her, and she was raised by her aunt. Tragically, in 1994, her aunt passed away, and shortly after, her boyfriend, the father of her child, was killed in a stabbing incident. To support herself and her child, Emile turned to dealing while using music as an emotional outlet. Despite facing challenges as a young mother and relying on welfare, she remained committed to her musical aspirations. Her big break came in April 1998 when she met Jay-Z. At the time, she was part of an all-female rap group called Major Coins. Jay-Z, initially considering another artist, Nicki, for the track Can I Get It, was captivated by Emile's freestyle and chose her for the collaboration. This collaboration marked the beginning of her brief yet impactful stint in the spotlight. Emile Whitehead brought a fresh, authentic style to hip-hop with Rockefeller Records, setting herself apart from other artists with her understated, raw image. Known for her soft, raspy voice, she quickly became a distinctive presence on tracks like Do It Again, Put Your Hands Up. Jigga What, Jigga Who You Me, Him and Her and Pop 4 Rock. In August 2000, she released her debut album All Money Is Legal, featuring the lead single I Got That with Beyoncé. This collaboration seemed to cement her status as Rockefeller's first lady, hinting at a promising career. However, soon after her debut, Emile started to fade from the spotlight. Speculation arose that her declining presence was connected to her allegedly rejecting Jay-Z's advances, which may have led to her falling out with the label. The timing adds an intriguing twist, as her album with the Beyoncé collaboration dropped in 2000, and at that point Jay-Z and Beyoncé's relationship was not yet public. Beyoncé later said they met when she was around 18, placing their initial connection between September 1999 and August 2000. This timeline, along with the rumors surrounding Emile's departure, has continued to fuel curiosity about the circumstances that led to her sudden disappearance from the music industry. In a 2007 interview with Charlie Rose, Jay-Z mentioned that he met Beyoncé 10 years ago, which would place their first meeting around 1997. This timeline suggests Beyoncé was likely 15 or 16 at the time, while Jay-Z was 28. This revelation has sparked debate among fans, as it contrasts with Beyoncé's own account, where she stated they began dating when she was around 18, which would be a couple of years later, between 1999 and 2000.
I've known her
Wow, a long time.
How long? 10 years?
However long she's been recording.
This discrepancy in timelines has fueled ongoing curiosity and speculation about the early days of their relationship, especially given the strict privacy they've maintained around their personal lives. Reports suggest that during the late 90s and early 2000s, Jay-Z was romantically linked or rumored to be pursuing multiple women in the industry, including Foxy Brown, Aaliyah, Maya, Blue Cantrell, and eventually Beyoncé. Jay-Z himself hinted at this in a 1998 interview, admitting that he enjoyed playing the field with different women.
So for people who think that like you're a player and you have all these girls and you're never at home, you know, like is that the image of you out, you know, off the camera?
I like a lot of different things. I think that's another reason, you know what I mean? Like a lot of different things. Like this girl might be witty.
These alleged connections have added layers to the stories of female artists like Emile, who reportedly experienced industry challenges after distancing herself from Jay-Z. This backdrop of alleged romantic pursuits and power dynamics within Roc-A-Fella Records has sparked further curiosity about the personal and professional pressures faced by these women during that era. There have been serious and controversial allegations surrounding Jay-Z's response to rejection. Jaguar Wright, a singer and former collaborator, has even suggested that Jay-Z played a role in Aaliyah's tragic plane crash, alleging that he was upset after she turned down his advances and began dating his business partner, Dame Dash.
Daughter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams.
These claims are unproven and remain speculative, but they have contributed to ongoing conversations about power dynamics and the treatment of women in the music industry, especially regarding the consequences some female artists allegedly faced after choosing to assert their boundaries or prioritize their values. Emile suggested in an interview with Hip Hop Uncensored that her association with rapper Killah Priest may have contributed to her sudden departure from Roc-A-Fella Records. According to her, the label dropped her without any clear explanation, leaving her to speculate that her relationship with Killah Priest was seen as a problem. This hint adds another layer to the mystery surrounding her career's abrupt end, suggesting that personal relationships and loyalty conflicts within the industry might have impacted her position at Roc-A-Fella.
I might have been dealing with Priest at the time, and as far as there was a lot of hate going on at the label, yes it was, or I believe that had a lot to do with it.
But why, let me just ask you this question, why if you choose to do something in your personal life, if it was to deal with Killah Priest or whoever it might have been, whether if it was a regular or not, why would that, personally, I mean, I don't know, why would that really affect your business relationship?
I don't know, and I can't say that was the reason or anything like that, but I mean, I don't know, like, you know, but yeah, I mean, like, it none of that, if any of that was the case, I mean, I also heard that it was because I got real big and you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I got up to a little 135 pounds, if you want to call that big. Okay, yeah, I got there.
Oh, so they even said that because you gained some weight?
Yeah, that I gained weight, that I was real lazy and all this shit. Like, I mean, come on. Alright, yes, I did gain a little weight.
Okay, how much weight did you gain?
I was like 110 pounds. It's less than that when I did cannot get it and all that, you know what I'm saying?
And then
so
you
I gained a couple pounds. I gained a couple pounds when I was eating, you know what I'm saying? So then the rumor came about that I was pregnant.
Okay.
But I wasn't pregnant at the time.
Okay.
I didn't get pregnant until a year or two later.
Okay, so they thought that you was pregnant by Killah Priest or by somebody else?
I heard some fucking names. None of them was true.
Okay.
There are theories suggesting that Jay-Z's career is supported by influential figures who reportedly disapprove of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement, potentially disfavoring Emile's association with Killah Priest, a known proponent of the movement. This connection might have strained her position at Roc-A-Fella. Beyond this, it's rumored that Emile was blackballed by Jay-Z after rejecting an indecent proposal involving private gatherings with him and others. Emile hinted at behind-the-scenes tensions in later interviews, fueling speculation that Jay-Z played a role in her departure from the label. When Roc-A-Fella dropped Emile, she didn't just leave the label, she effectively vanished from the music scene altogether, suggesting efforts to obscure her legacy. In a 2014 interview with Vibe, Emile reflected on this, stating that her refusal to attend industry after-parties was another reason for her ostracization. This decision to avoid certain social events and hold firm to her boundaries may have cost her industry connections, leaving a lingering question about the influence of power dynamics on her career trajectory.
It's like you hurt some feelings up there by leaving.
I didn't leave. Thought they excluded me from shit.
Now, did you ever address these cats on that? Whether it was Jay-Z or DMX or what? I mean, Jay-Z or DMX. Jay-Z or Dame Dash? Nah. And
I can't even get in touch with Jay no more. That was a rap. I had to go through his assistant, all this bullshit to get with Jay. So like that, I don't know. I couldn't get to Jay. Damon, I still spoke to Damon like afterward, everything. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know, I don't know. I mean, the love that I used to have, it's not there no more. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's not there no more because, I mean, you know, I got kids. Number one, my oldest son, he reads these magazines. Yeah. He listens to the radio. He's watching Showtime. He understands very well what's going on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For us to never have no bad blood, why would you get on the radio and try to disrespect me? Why would you get on TV and try to do that? To me, I'm looking at it as no other than you trying to block my paper. You trying to make the world not feel me. You trying, you know what I'm saying? You trying so hard, you know what I'm saying, to just make me not come back out again. Yeah. And I don't understand that. You got millions and millions of dollars. If I come back out and I fail, let me do that though. Let me do it on my own. If I get only $20,000 out of it, let me get that $20,000 so I can feed my family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think it especially me.
Emile spoke openly about her growing dissatisfaction with the music industry in an interview, explaining that she began to rebel against the lifestyle it demanded. She hated the constant travel and the pressure to attend after-parties and clubs. At the time, her young son's asthma was worsening, and she felt that no one in the industry was there to support her. This made her more determined to prioritize her family over her career.
What happened with Emile? Oh. Now, what you say? What happened with Emile? What happened with Emile?
Man, I don't know, man. You asking the wrong people, man.
I don't know, man. You know what I mean?
She doing her right now. I know what happened with Siegel.
What happened with Siegel?
I can tell you everything that happened with Desert Storm, but I can't tell you about Emile though. I was sticking to the script. Let him know, please. You know what?
In her hip-hop uncensored interview, Emile clarified that leaving Rockefeller wasn't her choice. She was effectively excluded by Jay-Z and others at the label.
Emile. What happened to Emile, dog? What happened to Emile?
I don't know, man. Emile, she just disappeared, man. Like, one day Hov just say, oh, you'll never see her again, and I never did.
Then that was...
What made matters worse was that Jay-Z refused to communicate with her directly, forcing Emile to go through his assistant to even get in touch with him. This breakdown in communication and the cold treatment she received further contributed to her exit from the label and her eventual disappearance from the industry spotlight. What's particularly strange about Emile's sudden disappearance from the music scene is how other Rockefeller artists responded when asked about her. Many seemed hesitant to speak about her or seemed genuinely unaware of what had happened to her. This mysterious silence from her peers has only fueled speculation about the extent of the fallout between Emile and the label and whether there was an unspoken pressure to avoid discussing her departure. The lack of clarity and the apparent fear or discomfort surrounding her name suggest that there may have been internal dynamics at play that artists were either not allowed or unwilling to speak about publicly.
Horrible things that happen every day, whether it be in the industry or not, mentally, emotionally, sexually, financially. There can be power plays and ultimatums given for the people that hold the power.
But it must be hard dealing with all the beehive coming at you.
I don't have anybody coming at me, but I know what I'm not guilty of.
Of course. But do you think Beyonce might say things or sing things just to stir up publicity for a new album, or?
I can't really speak.
Maya's recent interview has sparked a renewed interest in her sudden disappearance from the spotlight, especially as she addresses the long-standing rumors about her alleged affair with Jay-Z. Known for keeping her integrity intact, Maya chose to break her silence and shed light on the darker side of the entertainment industry. She shared how having strong morals and standing firm on her principles led to her being blackballed, despite her immense talent. Fans, who have long speculated about why she didn't reach the superstardom she deserved, now believe it's clear Maya refused to compromise her values, and in doing so, was kept out of the industry's inner circle. But what exactly led to her exit, and what did she reveal about the forces at play behind the scenes? Let's take a deeper look into her story.
You know, that want to abuse it and get off on abusing it. Definitely plot on their prey. You will be blackballed. You will be talked about. You will be shit on. You will be rumored about. But you have to stand strong on what you don't care for. It's not that serious to me, you know, if I have to sell my soul.
Emile Whitehead has hinted at unsettling experiences during her time at Rockefeller Records, suggesting that her involvement there extended beyond just music. She claims she was subjected to coercive tactics and manipulation while being pressured to join an inner circle that reportedly engaged in activities unrelated to music. Emile, who was quite young at the time, implies that her refusal to participate in certain private gatherings and freak-offs allegedly led to her being blackballed in the industry. Maya's decision to leave the mainstream music industry has long been a topic of speculation, particularly surrounding rumors of her alleged rejection of Jay-Z's advances, as well as the belief that Beyoncé may have viewed her as a professional and personal threat. The question of whether these rumors hold any truth remains unclear, but Maya's own words offer some insight into her choices. Maya initially signed with Interscope Records, where the label was determined to make her their flagship female R&B artist, positioning her alongside industry heavyweights like Aaliyah and Brandy. Her 1998 self-titled album was released with high expectations, but after gaining success, Maya opted to step away from the mainstream spotlight. Instead of continuing down the traditional path, she chose to take control of her career by becoming an independent artist, prioritizing her artistic freedom over the pressures of the industry. But did this move lead to her being blackballed? Let's dive deeper into Maya's journey and what led to her disappearance from the public eye. Maya's rise to fame was meteoric, with her self-titled debut album going platinum and selling 2 million copies worldwide. She quickly became a sought-after collaborator, working with some of the biggest names in music, including Missy Elliott, Babyface, and Lil' Kim. Her next two projects, Fear of Flying and Mood Ring, also saw commercial success, solidifying her place in the industry. But Maya wasn't just a successful musician, she also made a seamless transition into acting, landing a starring role in the box office hit Shall We Dance, alongside Richard Gere and Jennifer Lopez. However, as her career reached new heights, she made a surprising decision. Maya chose to focus on her music and began working on her fourth studio album, initially titled Control Freak. The album was slated for release in 2005 but was unexpectedly shelved when Maya made the bold choice to part ways with Interscope Records. So, what led to her decision to leave a major label at the height of her career? What prompted Maya to step away from the industry that had helped her achieve so much success? Let's explore her reasons behind leaving Interscope and the impact it had on her career moving forward. In conclusion, Emile's story serves as a reminder of the complexities and often darker side of the music industry. Despite her early success, her decision to rebel against the industry's expectations ultimately led to her exclusion and near erasure from the spotlight. With mysterious silences from her former label mates and cryptic statements from Emile herself, it's clear that there are still many unanswered questions about what really happened behind the scenes. As fans, we can only speculate on the untold truths, but one thing is certain: Emile's legacy, though faded, still holds a place in hip-hop history.